Hey guys, it's the Amazing Avatar here with another deck profile. I'm not showing my face this time because I think you already know what my face looks like. But now, this video is going to be containing a deck profile of the one and only Penguin archetype. Let's get started. We'll start with monsters. So first off is a one-off Parafi. I think that's how the Ghost Park. The reason for this, later in the video, you're going to see a lot of Exceeds, and he's a good Exceeds material card. You could use if a face-up water monster is destroyed by battle or card effect, except for this card is destroyed by a card effect, you can switch him in the graveyard. And yeah, it's pretty good. It's a free summon with banish from the field. But if you use Exceeds mirror, it doesn't count to the field. Therefore, it does have one off because you get to summon it back again. Next off, Penguin Squire. I only run two because of a reason of it's a brick, and you get to summon one easily enough by sending a penguin. You would see him say. It's really good for synchro summoning. Next is Penguin, the Great Emperor Penguin. Reason why? It's later down the track, but there's a card that summons this guy easily, even not negated, which happened to me a lot. It summons out two penguins from deck, and after you tribute them, of course. But yeah, it's a pretty good card. Two penguin ninjas, because one, it's just good spell and trap removal. Sorry about the shaking, guys. You can target a penguin, and it has a flip face down effect, which you can flip like Penguin Soldier for one. It's pretty good. Next is two Pink Penguins. I do want to get 3 of these, but I only got currently 2 at the point. I'll get the third one soon enough, hopefully. But he's good because he's not very good, but he's a retreat and summon. Like when it's flipped and then sent to graveyard, well, that's the problem. If it's been flipped, that's the biggest. If it's sent by wall face down, then it's different. But if he's flipped and then sent to the graveyard, you can summon you can summon on one penguin monster from the graveyard, and either face down or face up attack position. That's pretty good. It's a good card for certain situations. Now on to the free elves. Free elves, Nightmare Penguin. It's an awesome card. Gives your penguin 200 attack, and then when it's flipped, you can actually bounce bounce one card you can control to the hand. Is it a card? Yeah, card. So you can use bounce a spell, trap, and monster. So it's pretty good. It also is a good card for like increase. Next is free Glacial Beast Polar Penguin. Yes, this does count as a penguin. It does bounce a card either destroyed or when it's special summoned, both. So it's pretty good. You can bounce 2 cards in the same turn just in case, just because of the effect. But it's pretty good because it's also good face down when your opponent won't expect it. Next is free Penguin Cleric. This is a good retrieval and special summon card because you can. When your penguin's destroyed by your opponent's card, don't know what card or battle it is, you can send this card from your hand to grave and special that target and face down. So it's pretty good. If you get rid of Penguin Soldier, this is a good retrieval to put it back down. And here's the man himself, Penguin Soldier. It's a good removal, like bouncy removal that is. There's nothing else to be said, but it's just a classic. And here's the other man himself. Nope, Penguin. It's a penguin related card. So if you say example you had this guy in the field and you had Penguin Soldier on the field flipped up, and you flip it up and it's like and it'll bounce end. That's called leaving the field. And it just banished them instead. So it's pretty good. Now we're on to the extra cards that I think is good for the archetype. Free Ice Knight. I was mentioning the Great Emperor Penguin. Watch back if you get the reference. Ice Knight gives you an extra normal summon on its effect of a water-based monster, which is pretty good because I can summon out Great Emperor tribute, and then summon 2 penguins and single summon even. He also gets he gets 400 for each aqua, which is mainly this deck's type. But yeah, next is Silent Sea Nettle. Good is a free special summon. It's a free extender. I think that's what the name is. But it locks you into waters, which, mind you, this deck build is basically water in general. But yeah, it's a good extender. Next, I know this will annoy some people, but free barrier statue of the torrent is good just to stop your opponent from summoning monsters outside water. But it can still be, it doesn't stop normal summons, so it can still be trounced over. That's depending on the time or deck you're facing. But yeah, that's pretty good. And now we're going on to spells. I already got them sorted. Halfway. And so we got free salvage. Good retrieval. It just targets like Penguin Soldier, Penguin Cleric, all those monsters with first and last attack, which is mostly this deck. But yeah. Next is 2 Royal Penguin Garden. I'm just gonna admit, I always mistake this as a field spell. But no, it's a continuous. Just remember that. When it's activated, you can add a Penguin card, but it can be easily negated just by hand traps wise. And it's good for single summon. I don't use it for that reason. Next is Penguin Sword. Obvious for the archetype. It gives 800. It's also called by a grave card sort of thing. It targets a card, it negates and balances the card and negates the effects of that type of card with the exact same name of it. So it's pretty good. It's like called by a grave. And and surprisingly enough, there's no trap cards in this deck. None whatsoever. There will be an update to this deck soon. No anti-extra deck. We're skipping over traps. First, we got 2 Bahamut Shark. Because it comes out the next card, which I'll show you now. It's a good extender. Totally awesome. 3 of each. I got 1 Seeker, 2 Gold Res. It's still good to have 3 of it. You can just have 1 and it'll be good enough. Good negate. Next, 3 Penguin Brave Supers. I say supers, it's just a Penguin Brave. It's a good, it doesn't negate things, it just bounces, it just flips up a penguin, or flips up a monster. If it's not a penguin, then it's negated. And if it's a penguin, it still goes through, so it's pretty good. Also, some of the penguin from the deck can face down. Next is Area the Water Charmer, obvious for this deck because it gets a water search. And still the water monster if your opponent is playing water as well. It's a good extender. And last but not least, the boy himself, Mr. Starboy, at 3. Reason why? He gets a 500 boost to waters and 400 decrease in fire. Fire is not a real deck. Well, it is a deck. This doesn't see a lot of play unless you're playing maybe Mathmech or Lava or Volcanics. Whenever that deck will come back to pass. But yeah, that's the deck build, guys. I hope you have a great day and hope you learned something from this video. And if you did, drop a like and subscribe for more content like this. This is Tournament Tuesday, I should say. This is a Tournament Tuesday video. I'm gonna say that. I'm just gonna say this is Tournament Tuesday. Big shout out to Draco. You'll know him if you know my videos. Draco Shade Mon, I think his name is now. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. End phase, your turn.